In most of the United States, when you say barbecue, everybody thinks of pulled pork. Pork is the dominant barbecue in the Carolinas, in the Midwest, in the Kansas City area, in St. Louis. Pork is king. And today, I'm gonna teach you how to get started on your journey to do pork. This is not a recipe for contest pork. What it is a recipe for is if you want to make a great pork butt at home that you can turn into pulled pork that's perfect for your family gatherings, taking into the potluck at work, things like that. It's basic, it's time tested, and it's gonna make you look like a top-notch pitmaster to anybody that eats it.
Now the first thing you should always do is pre-prep your space. A small amount of prep work up front is going to make cleanup on the back end way easier, especially when dealing with sugar heavy rubs. Trust me on this, some of you are going to have to dodge a 10-piece from your significant other later because you left the kitchen a mess. That's on you. I did warn you. Now today I'm going to be smoking 2 basic packer butts. For more advanced cooks, we'll be looking for certain characteristics in our meat, but we'll get into that on another video. For this video, we're not going to do anything fancy with injections, we're just going to go with the solid rub. I'll be using my original rub, but you can use any paprika and brown sugar heavy rub. Make sure that you get a heavy rub on all 6 sides of your butts. Half or more of your flavor is going to be coming from this rub, so don't be bashful, commit to this. Now once you've completed rubbing your butt, you're going to want to preheat your smoker to 300 degrees. We're going to go with the hot and fast method for this cook. If you do it correctly, you will not notice much if any difference from the low and slow to this method. One crucial step for using this method, especially for a beginner, is we're going to be placing our butts in half pans for 2 reasons. 1, to keep your smoker clean. We're going to be using a pellet smoker and it'll create a huge mess. 2, because it's going to trap all of that moisture that comes out of the butt in the pan, which you can reintroduce later. Now I want you to look at how easy this is to clean up your mess. I'm telling you, 30 seconds is going to save you 30 minutes.
Alright, now that we have our pork butts rubbed, we're going to go ahead and throw them on the smoker. For this cook, I'm just going to be using a Pit Boss Copperhead pellet smoker. It's almost just set it and forget it. So this recipe is really ideal for somebody who's just breaking into smoking their meats.
Now we've got our butts on, we've put a little water in the pan just to add a little extra moisture. I'm wearing some dope Crocs, and about 5 hours later, our meat is looking fantastic. Our internal temperature is exactly at 165 degrees. Again, the color is perfect. These aren't going to take any more smoke. So the next important thing that you have to keep in mind is that you need to go ahead and wrap these. And how to wrap your meat is crucial for any pitmaster, but as an amateur I would recommend that you always wrap your meat. This is going to allow it to cook a little faster. It's going to reintroduce moisture where you might have lost some, especially when we're cooking at an elevated temperature like this. It's also going to prevent the smoke from turning into pectin on the surface of your butt, which is going to make it bitter and it's not going to taste good. One of the biggest mistakes people new to smoking make is over smoking their meat. Less is always more. Remember, the meat is the star. Alright, you do not want to lose the flavor of the meat because you're eating smoke. Now once you get them wrapped, go ahead and throw them back in your smoker. From here, you're going to be looking at approximately 2 hours before you need to check it again.
Alright, so we've had our pork butts in for about 7 hours. We're going to go ahead and check the temperature. They should be ready to go. Now we're not going to unwrap the foil. We can see where the meat is, so we're just going to go ahead, poke it right on through. It's going right in like butter, which is perfect. There we go.
Since I'm talking directly into the smoker and making amateur mistakes once again, we got our meat at 200 degrees, which is exactly where I want it for this cook.
I'm going to take these into the house. You can throw yours in a cooler with a towel over it, or you can do what I'm going to do. I'm just going to throw these directly into the oven where they're going to be insulated and they can kind of rest for the next hour, hour and a half, and then we'll get back to it.
Now, we've let our butts rest, and about 2 hours later, they're still crazy hot. I can't get my hands on any gloves due to the current situation, so I'm going to use these tongs to pull my meat. Don't be a pervert, guys. We've been talking about rubbing butts all day. Now this meat should just clean pull apart. And there it goes, perfect. Look at that bone. That's how you know you got your pulled pork perfect, when it pulls out without any effort. Now go ahead and turn your meat over in the juices in the pan. Don't let those juices go to waste. They are fantastic flavor that you can put right back into that meat. Cooking a basic pork butt that'll make you the king of the cookout isn't really that hard. Just be patient and let your smoker and the meat do its thing. Now I'm gonna have a little taste here, of course. And when I do, I'm gonna give you that cheesy thumbs up so that you know that I thought it was good and you know that I'm very serious about how good it was.
Pulled pork is king to most of the country in barbecue, and that's how you make a great basic pork butt. And make sure that you like this video. Even if you don't like it, hit dislike, I guess. I don't know, but I prefer you hit like. Maybe leave a comment, hit subscribe, whatever. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.